It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday night.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick, coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Right to the air, here is Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The speed of Jordan Hicks on display there as he gets the tackle for loss.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Here's 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Montgomery down to the 25. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 2nd down, here's Goff. That's complete to the portal. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Badgley able to punch this one through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
On 1st and 10, Nix.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again. Nix. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Nix. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Let's do this, man.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. There was Daniil Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
From the 50, it's gone. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
Throwing on 1st down. Nix. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Nix. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. Still going. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne, 70 yards. And the Vikings have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Detroit getting set to go now. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the Stix. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charles. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself with field position and help your defense out.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Here now, 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nix. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Byron Murphy there on the tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Goff now looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. They'll try to run wide side with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to move back in front. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. That's out to the flat for Akers. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. Back to throw. Nix. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On first down, Nix over the middle and complete to Addison. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action here on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson, 29 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On second down, here's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Lions on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. 2nd and 4. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
On 1st and 10, Nix. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Nix. Pass complete to Addison. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught by Addison. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Joseph is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
To throw on second down, Nix. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson, his second sack of the night.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to get away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Running left, Montgomery. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the
rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 40 yards. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine, but going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Minnesota's offense takes over possession, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Off play action. Nix. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings 1st down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. And if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Derek Barnes in on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6. Going to run with Madison again. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Now a give to Madison. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 35.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Madison is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Joseph on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense set to take over. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw is gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Throwing on third. Goff. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would like to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. For the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Powell on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And out now come the Vikings. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than 1 tackler to the ball. He broke the 1st tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nix able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they show jet sweep it instead or run up the middle here. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
A little extra pressure with this one for Greg Joseph. This to make it a 2-score game. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9. Goff now to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Goff. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 83 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Looking to throw. Nix. He lets one go deep for Addison. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken in at the 11. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out now come the Lions. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again is Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're good training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now out comes Minnesota. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity, or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Viking 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
We're rolling, boys. Time to go get Stix. You got that cheat code, offense.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like